Hello and welcome. I'm Johnny and I'm delighted to be here to host yet another live coding in Until. Next.js Until today will be building something with React, and Next.js, my favorite framework for building stuff with React, has been for quite some time, and as always, no advertisements, no promotions, no nothing. If I saw something, it's because I think it's cool and I love using it day to day and I want more people to get into tech the easy way, the fun way. I don't want you to be struggling with things, which is why I also like SvelteKit, for example, because I do like the way Svelte does HTML. Svelte does HTML, CSS, and JavaScript in a more vanilla way. So if you know those things a little bit, then everything makes more sense than how you do it in React. And if you don't know those things, if you don't know HTML, CSS, and JavaScript, I do think Svelte is a great tool to help you learn all of those things as you're building realistic things that do scale over time as you get better. But today we will be using Next.js, which is an excellent tool and has an awful lot of starters to get you going as well. So the idea today is that it's very popular to charge for subscriptions. It's very popular to have a subscription product, whether it's a mobile app or it's any sort of SaaS, software as a service company. You can have a few products and say you pay 10 per month and you get this, or you pay 20 per month and you get even more, or you pay 50 per month and you get even more. And that's been the flavor of the week for the past few years. So we'll try to build the same thing. There are some third parties that make this easier, like Patreon, for example. And I do think building Patreon is another project. Let me know if you want to get into that at some point in a live stream in the future. But for today, we really just want to build like a single Patreon page. So now Patreon is a platform which makes it easy for you to take subscriptions from people, have some recurring revenue, and provide your supporters with private assets. So private videos, private gaming assets, as I have here, supporting Kay, who has some awesome 3D models, because I can't model and I'm not that good at video game design, but I love using their 3D assets here. I support a few more, as you can see here, no need to focus on that. But the point is that why give Patreon a cut when you can build this yourself? Patreon does do a lot of things, but maybe you don't need all of them. Maybe all you need is this sort of website. Maybe all you need is something that says, this is me, this is what I offer, these are like a few tiers that you can choose, and then you click and you're in. You've subscribed, you're selling, you're subscribed, you can use my service. We'll try to adapt this to my taste. We'll try to make this a sort of consulting type of service, mentoring type of service, which is something I do in real life, because in this channel, I love doing realistic things, something you can build, add to your CV, and when someone goes over it, they're like, yeah, this is a real thing. This counts as experience because it is a real thing. You can actually click on this payment starter with Next.js, but that's only going to be the next step for today, because first, apparently Stripe has, which is a payments platform that also takes a cut, but a small cut. When you work with banks, you'll always need a cut, and I do like how little Stripe's cut is. Of course, you can always get Stripe out of the way and have an even smaller cut. But having worked with banks like 20 years ago, before Stripe was a thing, I wouldn't do it again. I'd happily give Stripe a cut to get through all of the hassle there. So what Stripe has rolled out lately is creating a pricing table for our website in no code. How no code is it? I don't know. We'll go through it today and see if we actually end up with something like this, but just by applying some product names. After we do this, we will be using the products that we've added to Stripe to link our Next.js project to them, and then we can sell them through our own website. That's the plan for today. I do need to refresh this window of the stream just to check whether this is working or not. And it seems the collection is excellent. Let me know in the chat what you've been doing this week, and we'll get going. We'll get to the code. So first step, let's go over the agenda to see that I didn't forget anything. I talked about Patreon and those sort of third-party products that allow you to sell memberships and stuff like that. I've talked about what we're going to do now with Stripe, so let's do it. So let's click this button. I have created a Stripe account. Just so you know, it will ask you for things like your business or personal details. It will ask you for a bank account. So it may take a while to set up, but maybe a few minutes, half an hour, 1 hour tops, nothing too crazy. And I do have it on test mode here, just in case one of the viewers decides to click on this, or we click on it to test it out. So we won't be charging real money just yet. So they have this new create pricing table for your website. Let's see what this does. Language should be easy, and we can add a few products here. And then you have the preview. It looks very official. It looks very tailwindy as well. I see that you have like slide customization options. Stripe is always excellent at this. They have excellent documentation. They have excellent developer support, and they have like sensible things to tweak stuff to your style. So you can always go full on code with them, but even their no code and low code solutions, you can customize them to your brand quite well. So I think I do have Tailwind CSS, my favorite UI framework, CSS framework here, and my company's color, my brand color, I think it's going to be violet. So let's pick this violet here. And we won't be showing this again. Let's say our button color, make it violet. Now in our side, we could make this be like more, have a nice gradient. But I'm sure the Stripe engineers have said that nobody likes gradients still. Like maybe some people say that it's in vogue, but we say no. So don't do this. Don't use gradients. Just pick a color, keep it simple. But yeah, that's one reason you may want to go full on code. Right. Background color, what do we want to pick? Like our secondary color, like teal here, or is it gonna be just too much? Just to look at the customization opportunities here. Yeah, that's too much. I think you cannot go wrong with white. Ah, you can have like dark mode and white mode, light mode as well when you do your own code. So that's a reason to go full on code. Yeah, white background, why not? Kind of boring, but fine. You can pick amongst a few fonts as well, but you can't preview them. Railway, I do like. I've had a designer using Railway at some point. Maybe you will use that one. We can check it out later. And rounded is always the best, of course. And you can highlight one product. Okay, so let's create a new product. I do have like some sample products here on Figma for us to check out. And let's switch to desktop view so you can actually see what I'm doing here. Let's say that we have the support product. If you want to support Zonify Tech, this stream, add new product. Click. Image is optional, but we're gonna create some right here. We'll go to desktop in a bit. From Figma, you can actually download this support. Let's put it on desktop. Support plan. Do the report plan. Do the report plus plan. Should this be PNGs? Report Pro Plus. What a name. Let me know if you have better names for me. Let's see if we can drag and drop here. We can, because Stripe is awesome. So tax code is this, feature list, cool. official support journey. Second one is private Discord channel. Maybe that's it. Standard pricing. And let's say that this is going to be like the €5 tier, maybe 10. Let's say 5. Billing period. It's monthly. You get nothing else. You get the access to the Discord channel. Why not? Any other options? No. Can I add more pricings for the same model? I think I can. Description, short description. I just wait, returning with your wallet. All right, I think we've done enough. I think there should be a way to do more prices as well, and we'll find that out later. So I'd like to do like annual pricing as well. Add another price. There you go. So let's say that if you pay for the year, you can see the default is like recurring, but you can do one-time subscriptions, one-time payments as well. So if you want to do like donation, buy once, then that's fine. So the price for the year, let's say it's a cool 100, so you get 20 off. And I guess that's it. And immediately you get this nice switch toggle from monthly to yearly. It doesn't say that you save like 20 per month here. I wonder if there's a way to do this, to show this. I'm not sure. Because in real life, I would say that, oh, by doing this, you save like, oh, should make this actually. The yearly is more expensive. Maybe that's why it doesn't do, you save that much. Whoops. Is there an easy way to change the price? I guess not. So remove this, add this, new price. Say that this is actually 50, so you save £10 here. Annual. So again, it doesn't say that you save a little bit by doing yearly. That'd be a cool feature to add in the future. And don't like the toggle on mobile as well. But hey, that's what you get with no code. Another product. Let's see what we got here. We said the rapport plan. And features. Everything in the support plan. Plus And anything else? Maybe not. So the price for this, say it's 120 because mentoring, consulting prices are high. This may get higher as well. Description is don't think we'll ever use additional options here. And we can add another price. Let's say that this is the annual one. Let's say that this is a cool 1000. Let's do this. Let's do this. This is the most I've shown online in public in a live stream, but it's not real money just yet, as you pay for it. And yeah, this is a yearly one, so maybe the product. Let's add an exclamation mark here as well. And let's add the final product, because usually you have like 3, the good, better, best. Some would say the bad, great, and okay, or something. Or the good, bad, excellent. There are quite a few schemes that you can apply here, you can use. They do say that, well, I'll add the third one and tell you, because I'm not actually applying it here. The example of Prettier is quite crazy here, so we might need to do something. You can see that no one else has seen these, has advised me on these, but I do think it's good value. It has worked for me, even though I don't have a website to pass this through. These drawings, these SVGs, I did them with Andro. They have a huge library of open source illustrations, SVGs. It's kind of hard to like change the colors, like you can change them here, but I would love them to use like current color by default, or have the ability to use current color here. They do need a bit of cleanup after you download them, but it's an awesome project that has quite a few drawings, open source and free, so I can't complain about that. But that's what I use to make like these product logos. Right, so Pro Plus for the Apple lovers. So what I do here, for mentoring sessions, I guess right, it's gonna be in the support plan. And Right, so I would also, it occurs to me, I would want to add limited availability for this because I can't have like a million minties to like 10, but we'll see if we can figure it out. It's not the additional options which I keep looking at, but where could it be? Not sure. All right, what's the price? So I guess it would make sense for this to be like 400, since you do 4 at a lower price, maybe 440. You save on like a few 40 euros. And then you can add another price, yearly price, which should be, let's say, 400 per month, or maybe more. Like, I will do the calculated here. What should we do? 400 times 12, 480. Wow, will anybody pay this? Companies pay this, but individuals don't pay that much in hard cash. Right. So is this, yeah, that's like too cheap. So can I change this price? And what I want to do? Yeah, 1200 annual. All right. Are they saving something here? They're not. Because it's 4 times the thing, but not 4 times the value. Does this look okay? Yeah, that's like a bit less. But what am I doing wrong? Is this too big of a discount? Yeah, 1320. Let's say 1300 for this. Cool. So this looks about fine. Like if some of these come in, I'll pay a designer for a nice badge for us, for sure. For sure, and for real. And I guess highlight product. You pick the middle one, like most popular. Just press a button and now it's the most popular. I like they do like a nice glint here. But yeah, the jump from 5 to 120, that's quite a bit. Oh well. Continue. And what else? Do not let them just quantity promotion codes. Interesting. So you can do like promotion codes here. Which I don't think I'd be doing, but maybe for the fun of it, we can add. We don't want address, we want email, and that's not what this means. Phone numbers, no. And yeah, I guess apply to all of them. So you click this, you put in your email and credit card, you pay somehow. You go through. And will have my business name here, or your business name if you go through this. Continue. Customer portal, so they can go, customers can go to the site to like update their plans or cancel a subscription, which is awesome. You don't need to build it. They'll say powered by Stripe here, so they do some free advertising, some cheeky free advertising. That's fair enough. And I guess, yeah, they should be able to switch from anything to anything. Cool. All right, so, they say no code. They do say no code, but you need to embed this on your website. So there is like some code, like minimal code. You get this snippet to add to your website. We'll keep that in mind. Payment methods, awesome. You can select different payment methods, even though I think the most popular ones are there. So PayPal is not enabled by default. Klarna, I've seen that a lot in the UK. But that's by the by. Test subscription behavior. I want to add this. I want to limit customers to one subscription. The customer portal seller. Great. And I guess we can go through the process again, but where is the, it's not like the payment links, it's like the product catalog. Is it this? We created this, pricing tables, is there one here? All right, so this is where you can refine this table if you lose it, and we should embed this somewhere on the website. But we'll be embedding this nowhere. We'll try to embed it in the Next.js Starter. We'll try to embed it there. Because we have done the products with Stripe, I guess you need to embed it somewhere. Maybe even if you have a Webflow site or something like that, you can put this script and it's gonna be fine. But let's start transitioning to low code to full-on code by going through the Next.js Starter. So Next.js is my favorite React framework, as I have talked about before, and we'll try to make this type of site, which should be easy because Vercel themselves, the creator of Next.js, formerly Zeit, they have created this auto-deploy tool with deploy button. So we'll press the deploy button and see this kind of work from the start. If there's any noise, it's because my pup has been very playful. All right, so let's deploy. We want a GitHub repository. We want it in me, and let's call it Johnify Next.js, because we will probably try to do this with SvelteKit as well. It's not going to be private, it's going to be public. Create that one. Superbase, there's an integration there, which is cool. Let's see how we'll manage to link our accounts. Let's do it with Johnify. Install this integration and create a new project, which will need to pay for it. Well, that's fine. Let's call it Johnify again. And then we need a strong password, so I'll actually go hopefully off screen, and open my one password here. And create something like a Superbase, and this database names, and it's gonna be a password that's automatically generated here. Let's do like 1,000,000 characters, characters. Here, and make it based in Central EU, let's say. Do they have South EU? Let's do Central EU. I don't want simple tables with C data. This is what it's saying here. I think it's safe to put this back on screen for everyone to see. You can see that the CSS isn't amazing, but hey, Supabase is getting bigger and bigger. Oh no, my Supabase projects have too many free ones. I was gonna pay for this, which is why I need support, because I keep paying for like new domains and Supabase dashboards and all of that. So let's, for one moment, post TechieCat somehow. Right click, it's not gonna work, obviously. Probably here it's gonna have like a settings, pose project here, pose, and then we can upgrade the plan on the other one. Oh, seems that error is going to be resolved. Everything's going to be fine. All looking good. So now this is also posed. I'll then pose it later, but I need to go into the other screen and say create project here again and hope for the best. Now it should work on the free tier. So recently, kinda recently, Superbase has changed it. So you get 2 free projects and everything else needs to be posted. And I think their limits are quite generous still. I think it's better than what they had before. All right, so this was created and this is fine. And we need to paste some Stripe details here. And one of them we can get from Stripe, maybe in developers, maybe here, who knows. Yeah, so we want this. My lovely dog is here, my pup. This is public, but I will switch over the other screen to the hopefully hidden screen, because I don't enjoy resetting my passwords when I lick them. Sometimes it can't be helped. Sometimes you just lick your passwords when you live stream all the time. But I'm going to my Stripe and I'm copying the secret key, pasting it in here, and hopefully re-hiding it. I'll refresh. Should be hidden again. And then I need to press the deploy button here. I've pressed the deploy button. I'm sharing back to this screen. And then it should just work. Excited to see if that's true. So deployment has started, is building. We'll have a GitHub repo, and we haven't even seen the code yet. This is quite fun, because it'd be interesting to see what the code does. I wonder if it's actually looking into your Stripe database, your Stripe setup, and it's pulling the products from there, but I'd imagine that this is just hard-coded. We'll find out in just a bit. And then we'll keep following instructions. Speaking of generous free tiers, Vercel's free tier is also amazing. I have like a ton of projects, and I still pay for nothing, but I do pay for domains through Vercel, so that's how they get me. Usually they get the big companies to pay them the big bucks and not the individual developer. But in my case, they also get me from here. Right, so something has happened. And that's quite cool that it does know that it seems to be pulling the product catalog from here and it's empty. I wonder if it's because it's pulling from the production dashboard, and if I were to run this locally, then it would magically pull the ones that we created here on test mode. That's quite cool. So yeah, looks nice. It kind of has a sign-in flow that maybe works, I'm not sure. We can figure it out later. We can check out the database here, see what this has created. So there is a public schema, and there are no tables. Interesting. I would have expected their tables to be here. Because you need the database to be able to sync who has bought your product and who hasn't. Oh well, I guess we'll just keep following the instructions and see where you get. We'll end up here. Let's go to Next.js Subscription Payments Starter. Keep following the instructions. So we've deployed this, and now we're gonna go through the code review stage. We've done the deploy button. It claims, sorry for this alarm, it happens. So it says that the Supabase Vercel deploy integration should set up the Supabase environment variables and run the SQL migrations, but I find that hard to believe because there are no tables here. We'll see. Let's find this project over at GitHub. Maybe it's dog food. Alright, so we created this repository, which also has the instructions that we already net, and it gets deployed here. Sure. As a main branch. Let's copy the code and see what we get. So let's go to our terminal and git clone this. And we can use Volta to pin this to node 18 and npmi our dependencies. And eventually we'll have everything downloaded and we'll be able to open our VS Code and run this locally. So we should configure our auth eventually. We should add a public site URL, sure. But But yeah, I am wondering about the automatic setup. I like that they say, should the automatic setup fail? It seems like it's like a something that does happen. We may not use Figma for a while, so I'll put it here. Code overview. Oh, is it using PNPM? It's interesting. Seems like it's using PNPM. So do you use Volta for this? How do I get started with PNPM? I guess I've done this before. So let's check. Do I have PNPM? Homebrew. Experience Homebrew. So interesting, they went with PNPM as a package manager here, not NPM, and of course not anymore Yarn. That used to be the flavor of the month for a while, but not for the past few years. I wonder if our good friend Rich Harris had anything to do with this. I know some of the Svelte team is very opinionated about this. What? Let's restart our terminal. See if that helps. Nope, cannot find node. I am using Volta for package control. Does PNPM kind of work? Right. Oh. What's all this about it being experimental? Don't know. But it was all lies. All right. What else do I want to do? To uninstall PNPM. PMI install still works. Cool. And let's run the dev server, which I suspect is npm run dev. Yeah. Let's go to our localhost 3000. It's training. But it cannot connect to, I can only imagine, Postgres. The Superbase Postgres, which is fine. We'll figure it out. And let's pop this out. Put it on full screen. Put it next to our editor so we can keep seeing it. And interesting, they have type generation. Let's pull this on Next.js. Next even. Open source and free, why not? Anything else related to Supabase? Quite a few things, actually. Let's see if the docs say anything about running this locally. Interesting. Interesting. Let's try to do this Vercel login thingy. Guess I need to install Vercel. npx Vercel login. Sure. Vercel CLI. Do they have any other reasons to install the CLI? Oh, npm. Let's continue with GitHub. Cool. We're logged in. Let's link. Sure. It's me. Link to that one. Great. Everything is automatic. And now I suppose that we'll be pulling the environment variables that we set up earlier by doing this. We just have to add npx in front of that. Cool. So if I went over, so this doesn't quite work, so that's fine. I'm gonna open the code editor, slide it over to a new window to check that environment file. There is an example that we can see next. Looks correct. I think it is gonna run NX daemon. Wow, so many things they've pulled from there. It's a ton of things. Which I think most of them are not needed. I think it pulled too much. I'm gonna use what they have in the .env.local.example, where they have next public Superbase URL. Keep that. So keep that one. I'll show my screen in just a moment. Next public Superbase anon key. Cool. Superbase service role. So we have these three things for Superbase. Then we have the stripe, the publishable key, then the secret key, then the webhooks secret, which I guess we don't have yet. We'll need to create that one soon. And then the public site URL. Which I guess we don't actually need. Alright, and then it has like maybe 30 more environment variables that we're not going to use. Gone. And I can remove my .env.local and get that back to us. So this is the example, and pulling with our versatile linked account linked project, it did manage to pull environment variables for all of these. Besides this one, we'll need to create this one later, but also like tons more. It also didn't get this because it doesn't know it. I guess we'll put it somewhere. Right. So let's see if the dev server manages to run now. Now that we're pointing to the proper Supabase project. May work. Yeah, cool. Cool. Maybe one more thing. Instead of the Stripe secret and publishable key that I've put, which are for production, we may need the ones for development for the test server. So we can try that one next. So I will hide my editor once again. Just for a little bit. Go to my local file once again. And pick this here, get the test mode Vercel stuff. So public key is the same, amazingly. Looks to be the same. Maybe the secret key is not. No, the secret key is still the same. Interesting. So I guess it's time to debug things. So I am using these from test mode, and it still says that you have no products, even though we do have products. Here we are, product catalog, we have these products, so why can I not see it? Let's see how this app gets the products then. They do have a way to seed like some products here, but we won't be using that. They are using the app router, which is great. They're not using a source folder, which I don't like, but hey, fair enough. Let's see. So our main page gets the products from get active products with prices. So it's getting these from Supabase indeed, and Superbase is empty, has no tables. Is it because I didn't do like the seed data? Maybe. We have this Superbase folder that has one migration, a users table, customers table. Interesting. Products table. Stripe webhooks manages this. Oh no. I guess I should have done it. I shouldn't have done the no code step before. It was too eager to do it. Oh well. And yes, Stripe webhooks does this. Blah 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 blah. Okay, that looks like a solid migration. Should we run it? Let's read the docs. Uh-huh. So we should be here. Oh, it's saying to create to use the Stripe subscriptions starter, but that's not exactly what I want. What I do want is to run this migration. So Superbase migrations. Let's check this out. Superbase link. Right, so project ref. Did this autocomplete correctly? I'm not sure. Probably not. Because it should be this. Skip. Did actually link, maybe. List migrations. It needs a database password. Cool. Will you be able to see it? I don't know. All right. So locally we have this migration, but it hasn't run. IRL. We need to run it. And do we just do migration run? npx Superbase db push. Let's have a look at our package.json just in case they have like a strip for this, script for this. I do not. Don't want this. We'll go to the terminal and run this. Again, they want the password. Again, I'm gonna copy it, hopefully off screen. All right. And now I'm hoping that if we go to our database here, there will be tables. There are tons of tables. Will there be any other webhook set up? I don't know. Not sure. I guess there are not database triggers set up. That's how it sounds like to me. And I think this is it as far as me pasting secrets goes. So yeah, they have added some row level security here. I think it's fine. So our localhost here. Let's get this window. Push it here. Push it back. That's what we can see. And if I delete my products and remake them, then they will sync with Superbase, I believe. But before we do that, let's find that code we had, pricing table code, just to see if it just works. So the almost no code solution, if we went to this page and like instead of the pricing component, we embedded this script, what would happen? There you go. It's embedded. So you embed this script, you get your product carousel here. It's branded thanks to the settings we've done before. That's pretty cool. And I imagine if we do subscribe, then we do make it to our customers table here, because we have the Postgres database running. But we haven't set up any webhooks, so we wouldn't actually be making it there. But we can go to the Stripe dashboard and see if someone has logged in or not. But yeah, that's cool. You see, like, no dark mode or no nothing, or anything here. But you know, for no code, that's great. So you include this script, and then this looks into this HTML table, I'm sure. And it's front end, so anything that's here is actually fine. It's seen. All right. So since we have demoed this from our agenda, the no code, almost no code things, let's do the more of the code overview. It looks like it's using a new Next.js app router, but not a source directory, which I don't like. But hey, they have some simple fixtures here that we can sync with Stripe afterwards. They have the components in a components directory, which is like fair enough. They have the Prettier config in package.json, which I'm not a huge fan of. So let's see my Prettier config in other projects and copy that one there. I don't want any of this, don't think. Which project am I on? Really, hello there project, maybe. So the kinda important ones are these for me. They do modern Prettier does do trailing commas as well. So I don't like these. Let's add a Prettier and RC. I guess this needs to be inside an object. It does. These are the important ones. Let's copy my formatting script, which is Svelte's formatting script, I guess. Quite easy. Just write everything. Generate some TypeScript types. Actually, I think we should be formatting this afterwards. So npm run generate types. Ooh, guess we need a password here. Oh no, we need a project ID, which may be what we've got here. Reference ID, can only imagine. Sure, it's generated some types for TypeScript, and then we can npm run format. That was a bad idea. because it also ran like in the .next directory, which is not what we want. Hopefully this still runs. Yeah, it's fine. Actually, let's see what we can upgrade here. 2.1. Oh no, breaking chains. For the Stripe client, the most important one. Unbelievable. Changelog. Right. Oh, maybe not that bad. Maybe it will just work. Let's delete this. So let's manually update everything. The Superbase Auth helpers. I think we got the correct version here, but we can specify the correct one. They're using class names. Ugh. Guess that's the way to go with when you're using React. Like Svelte, am I right? Right, fellas? Ladies and gents. Another breaking chains. Something has happened to my editor and it's quite hard to actually get to this link. Changelog or releases. What was the breaking chains? Hopefully nothing. We'll find out. All of these are actually like, well, most of these are dev dependencies. But hey. The stickler. Some node types, sure. Some React types, sure. Auto prefixer, sure. Yes, lint, sure. Yes, link config for next. It's link config for Prettier to disallow everything, hopefully. Element CSS plugin. Everything has had the updates. Post CSS. Prettier has had a breaking chains. That's much I know. Plugin for Tailwind. Prettier plugin for Tailwind. Wow. Quite a lot of releases for Supabase. And yeah, let's Volta bin npm. Oh, okay, sure. And yeah, I think with that we can pnpmi and see if the server still works after we download everything. Here. Does it still work? Looks like it does. Great. Let's... Oh. Metadatabase is fine. Right, so let's npm run format again. npm run dev. npm run lint. Oh, we need to configure it. Let's do strict. Will it ask me every time? I don't get it. This seems to be a problem with his lint. But do I care enough to fix it? Probably not. And with npm won't have a different one, I'm sure. Is there any lint? Not really. The types they put in the root directory, that's a choice. And dark mode with data theme dark. That's interesting. It's an interesting way to do dark mode. Do we actually have dark mode here? Let's open the inspector. And I'll emulate light mode. And yeah, it doesn't do dark mode. But it has set it up to look for this. That's fair enough, I guess. Sure. CSS variables here. Okay. Anything about ESLint? No. ESLint here. So yeah, I guess running npm run lint or npm run lint, it is trying to create a ESLint RC, but it's not doing it. So I don't get it. Does the actual project have it? Let's have a quick look. No ESLint RC. Oh well. Is there anything else that's popular by Vercel? Yeah, popular starter. I'm not sure. Vercel is lint. Blah blah blah. Here's lint. Use this repo. Does it have an ESLint RC we can steal? Doesn't. How do they do the linting? Am I losing my mind? There you go. Extends custom next. Custom next, they say. Next core web vitals. Now that's something. Something that has lint in the name. Is lint in the name? Definitely not important for your subscription system, but it's important for my sanity. It's lint. Tailwinds Radix UI is lint and Prettier. Oh my god. Oh, there are so many things. we still set it up. But yeah, they like no matter how many times I run it, they're not gonna create an ESLint for me. So yeah, let's just do this and hope for the best. Is it because of this plugin I added? Maybe. But the idea is, let's create our own ESLint. RC, let's do this, no storybook. No module exports. And maybe that's fine. So now if I try to link, am I gonna get like a parser error? Great. I don't want these. Maybe I don't want these. Class names order. Yeah, right. So nobody cares about these, I guess. Prettier should be taking care of them. Oh boy. Okay, we are getting somewhere. If I remove this, do I get any annoying errors? Let's see errors, but we will keep it here. Let's look at my other project. Even though it's Svelte, it may have something. TypeScript is linked. Okay, so I'll try to add this parser here. Try to add these two. Do we use them both? Who knows? npm pnpm install dev this and this. And then we add them to our ESLint. We add like we add the parser like so, and we define that it's the root of the project. Guess it will error if it's not. And what else could we possibly need? We need to extend this. And maybe nothing else. Let's see. Hot lint in action. All right. So in the components in the UI, we have a button that doesn't have a name, I guess. Ugh. Ugh. Just using a custom button. How hard can it be? Okay, it's happy now. Next. on the footer, it's like, why are you using an old school HTML image tag when we do have the image component? Consider using this. And I guess we bring it in from next image. So Prettier doesn't seem to be quite prettifying for me. Not quite happy about that. But hey, not the end of the world. I do like doing these as fat arrow methods as well. But again, not the end of the world. And let's see how the pricing component works. It's like most of our app. This is missing the width property, it says. That's why they didn't use... Well, it's an SVG, so you should import it as an SVG. I don't know what this madness is about. I guess we'd need to do like something like... let's have our own website here. No images, no nothing. Not for sale SVG. I'm going the trash. But it is used in here again. So logo cloud, nobody wants this. Well, I don't. We have like 2 logo clouds. All right, we're getting somewhere. We are getting somewhere. Oh no. Okay, logo cloud, that's fine. So just remove TypeScript is lint. GitHub TSX. You're not using the props. Don't write about them. Input component. Unknown. Sure. Does it do anything with children? Guess not. Okay, so we're just cleaning up some weird code here. Run TS comment. Wow. Why do we expect error? Not sure. Maybe don't expect error. Sure. What do they not like here? No. Now it's happy. So this one, maybe you don't have a user ID, so would you throw an error here? Need to fix my Prettier for sure. What's the problem here? Yeah, if no user ID, then fail here. Not Prettier, nothing works. Looks correct. What's the problem? Don't quite get it. But clearly I'm running out of steam here. That's correct. because we're using Prettier 3. It looks like it should work. Oh well. Doesn't matter that much. Have bigger fish to fry. We're handling ES lint errors. Not used. Errors are unknown, or they could be lack of type error. Maybe that's what we want. So error is instance of error. All right, maybe we fix this. All right, everything's linted. Everything is formatted. Everything still runs. Looks like it. Can go through the sign-in flow later. But for now, after all of this, we can say that states everything. Main brands, why not? And then we'll keep following the instructions. Doing this and this. We did do this. And let's do more with the Supabase setup, even though we've kind of done it. I guess we'll do the Auth setup now, which is kind of similar because we're doing Auth via Supabase. And we do need to open this project. And we need to go Auth URL. Settings, Auth. Is it here? Maybe not. Where does it want to be? Here, authentication, okay. So in the authentication tab, URL configuration, we want to go there. Okay, forget about this. And we want to say, redirect URLs. We're added. Refresh this page. And we want to add some URLs there, I suppose. Supabase seems to be having problems today. We're kinda close, even though it looks like it's quite a few items remaining. If this starts working again, we'll get there even faster. Is it because I tried to open it in like 2 windows? Whoops. All right. And this side URL. And I think this is fine. I think the integration configured this for me. I think this should be allowing for all deploy previews. This star here. This is the wildcard they're talking about. Even though they say like star as username. Oh well. Let's go to GitHub. Here. Oh no, sorry. It's here. Where cell deployment settings. Environment variable. Only for production. So yeah, I guess the integration, it's the Superbase integration that added all these crazy environment variables. Oh well. Setup redirects for deploy previews. This claims that the star goes before. I don't know about this. Let's stream. What's the day today? 29. And 3 white 29. And we'll manage to change something at some point, I'm sure. And see what the URL looks like. And set up Auth providers. So in Auth UI, like a providers, GitHub. So we click here, sign in, and then you can sign in with GitHub, I guess. And we can set up a few more for this project. Authentication, providers. We can do GitHub. GitHub enabled. Oh, but I need a client ID and secret. Whoops. Enable email, blah, 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 blah. I think this includes magic link. Should be as easy as that. So yeah, that should just work. GitHub enabled. Let's create a GitHub provider for that. GitHub. Do we have instructions on how to do that? So we'll go to GitHub. Another window. We'll go to the developer settings phase. Should have gone there to begin with. And create a new Auth app. And then we want the callback URL somewhere here. And I'll need to go again to my project settings to copy this to create a callback URL. Looking at device flow, what they call. Don't say anything about device flow here. I have an authentication code I need to run. For GitHub. Oh. Do I have a different authenticator? Oh yeah. Oops. Alright, a new client secret. So I guess all I need to do is go to the Auth, go to the providers, go to GitHub, and then paste this client ID, client secret things. They very helpfully have the callback URL right here, so I should have sent. Then we can toggle GitHub enabled. Bam! We should be able to log in with GitHub. Awesome. It's all good. Okay, what do we want to do next? I guess we kind of did this, like we haven't proven it, but we'll get there. I guess we're in the Superbase setup step. So should I once again go through the Stripe creation flow to create new products, maybe. If I just edit this, will something happen? Four prices, that's too many prices. So now that we've shown the price table, let's remove it and remove all the products. We won't need a pricing table, we just need to create some products. I should have kept the descriptions. And the prices. But what I really want is to see if the webhook works, which maybe doesn't. For product, I guess. I'd imagine it doesn't. Because have I set up any webhooks? Probably not. Right. So we need to create this webhook first. Don't forget, don't rush. Like I did. Do this quickly. In the developer section, let's go to webhooks and add an endpoint. And then I want this plus API webhooks. Okay, so we want this plus API webhooks. And do they see anything else at the endpoint? At this, select events to listen to, select all events. Sure. So We need a sign-in secret somewhere. Let's go to a different page. Guess we need to add the endpoint. Where's the secret? Okay, I'll try this again off window because I think I may have leaked the secret. Endpoint secret I see here. Which probably means we need to add this. So let's go to the result dashboard. And go to settings, go to environment variables, and we want to add the webhook secret here. It's going to be this, and the name is going to be Stripe webhook secret. Definitely for production. All right, and with that, that should be done for now, but it's not having it. Click that endpoint, nothing's happening. Nope. So I may need to change this. Okay, so this needs to be hidden, so forget about this. Try it again. Once again, add an endpoint. This is the URL. Really listen to all events, I guess so. And copy the secret once again. But before I paste it, let's click out the endpoint and see that it doesn't work. Oh no. Why? It's a mystery. Yeah, it's not allowing me to add it. Finally did it. I don't know why. The URL was a bit weird, but we did it. Just waiting for events. Great. I should update the environment variable. Stripe webhook secret. Great. And then we need to redeploy. Which we can do right now. Maybe we can publish this branch and see what happens. We've added a few things, but mostly we just formatted stuff, including the trailing comma, which is new default for Prettier 3. So it's deploying the app. Let's see if it successfully deploys. We can definitely create a pull request. Deployment has failed. Not good. So we did upgrade the session, the Stripe library. And apparently that's not a thing anymore. clear solution. Delete not modules. And PNPMI. And also engine. Please apply it. Can specify it in packetization, I'm sure. Maybe I can see in my other repository. Engines. That's what we want. We still should respect that. Alright, trial for plan. We don't like this. Cool. And we were here. So why does my TypeScript says that this is kind of valid? Ah, now it knows. Is this deprecated? Right, doesn't look important. Let's remove it. And it should build. Yeah, it should also have been updated. Kinda like that you need to specify this every time, even though it's a slight hassle. Anything else? Oh no. Really fail? It seems it can just work. Seems it's behaving. So let's push this to production and see what happens. I don't think anything good is gonna happen, but you never know. So some parts are using cookies, so they couldn't render things statically, which is fair enough. But why is it trying to render it like that? Not sure. Find out in just a moment. Would it be harder to start from SvelteKit and not this boilerplate? Not sure. But I'll definitely be taking inspiration from this when we do make the SvelteKit app. That webhook handler should be crazy. This is what I get for upgrading dependencies as well. Can I do just dynamic rendering? Will this just quickly fix it? It wouldn't be that good, but hey. With spades. Is it the middleware? Is it the server endpoints? This error is not that helpful. So what uses cookies? Looks like it should just know, not have me do it every time. All right. Anything that uses cookies, I'm explicitly saying is dynamic. Which page? I should have upgraded the packages later, after in the end. So can I redeploy this? I can debug the versions offline, but this one should have the webhook secret that we need. And then if we add a product to our website, we should be able to see it, even if it's a test product. It should build because it's a version of that it expects. I see like a lot of red, but I guess it manages to build. Yeah, it did build. So this is the new version. So if we try to add a product here, it should kind of work. So let's go to our Stripe again. Go to our products. Support. Where was it before? Let's do 10 monthly or 100 yearly. Oh, there you go. All right. So now, if we look at the webhooks, lots of things run. Uh-oh. All of them failed. Even though I think I pasted the correct signature, who knows? Can double check. I expired the secret, does it give me a new one? That's my question. One of my questions. Explaining the secret is actually tricky. It's fair enough. And we have a sign-in secret here I can reveal. Great. And then I try to add this secret. Yep. Much smaller than before. I don't know if that makes it more or less likely to be correct. I can go to deployments and redeploy. We want to build again, and I guess it will work. And I guess it's time to talk about next steps. I think this is gonna work. We did not go through the auth flow, but I think we're running out, and we're going to we're doing the Stripe setup now. I think we'll make all of these things work. We'll prove this work momentarily. Then we can talk about how we can recreate this with SvelteKit, which I think we do. I think there's quite a lot happening in this endpoint, but the trickiest one may be this. So interestingly, the tutorial says enable all events to go to the server, but actually the only ones we care about is these Yes, products get created, products get updated, prices get created, and prices get updated, and then checkout sessions complete, custom subscriptions created and complete, everything else get ignored. But a lot of this code I would steal for a SvelteKit project, which I guess is not that much, but of course there are also quite a few Next.js related stuff, I imagine here, Supabase related stuff here that I will need to leverage. And make it have this SvelteKit flavor. We'll figure everything out. All right, so hopefully I managed to deploy it again. So if we go to our webhooks, can retry this. Resend, yay. All right, that was the problem. So we should have should resend like all of them. Create a plan, create a price, create a plan, create a price, create a product, not create a new product. Interesting. Hopefully they all succeed now. Looks legit. And let's look at our products. We have this with 2 prices, and now we expect to be able to see this in our database. Cool. The image is a text field linking to Stripe. This is interesting. But this should also mean that if we go to our live website here, we should be able to see this plan. There you go. Doesn't look amazing and just one product, but I think it proves it works. If we click through here, we go to the sign-in flow. Interesting. So let's see if we did manage to get the sign-in to work. The answer may be no, because I still see sign-in here. And it gets me to the sign-in flow. Whoops. So I wonder why that is happening. No users here. But GitHub is enabled, and this should be correct. Is it just not jumping us back here? Let's see if creating an account will work. Oh, signups not allowed for this instance. What? Interesting. Signups not allowed for this instance. Seems like a problem of Supabase. But how do I get that through? Oh. Don't forget the toggle. And built-in email service. Don't use it for production. Interesting. Alright, so don't forget this toggle. And now, if we sign in with GitHub, maybe we'll have better luck. Yeah, sign out. So we should be able to go through this flow here and use like a fake credit card and get subscribed. Alright. Pay with link, pay with whatever. It's all looking good. Railway. Is this railway? Probably. Cool. Alright, I think with this we'll call it a stream for the day. My pup is here playing. Kutavi. Hello. I hope you had a lovely time with us. So we proved that the Superbase is set up now. We proved the Auth works. We proved that Stripe works. And we kind of talked about, will we recreate this with SvelteKit? Maybe starting Friday, we'll start doing this. It is a lot of code, but yeah, I am experiencing still a bit of React fatigue. So I'd be keen to give it a go and see how far we get to. And we did manage to set up GitHub as an auth provider as a bonus here as well. But next time on Friday, unless you let me know that you want to see something else, we'll go through the SvelteKit wizard and start the long journey into making our own boilerplate SaaS starter, something linked with Stripe. Amazing. So cheers, thank you very much for watching. I hope you have an amazing week, and I'll catch you later. Bye-bye.